that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Ready up. The mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go. Ball trot. Mark 56. Mark 56.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs. Football. 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4. Down.
That's it, baby. You got work.
13 yards. But it brings
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Michael Dixon in punt formation.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
55. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And an alley to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. but they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brings up second and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Here's second and 8. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first down, Hubbard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first and 10, Fields. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 20.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Watch the twitch.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 now. Jackson flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson looking left sideline. It's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Jackson now. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Watch a slant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, It almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
You ready? You ready?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On second down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
There's Jackson on third and long. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56 is the mic. Here we go. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check.
Throwing again. Fields. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they built that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6. Wide open receiver complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson to throw again. Short throw underneath to Hurst. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Kansas City. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Here we go.
2nd and 13. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
57. Mike, 57.
Operating from the gun. Fields going right side here, and that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the set. Mike 57. Watch the back. Watch the back.
Back to throw. Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Jackson from the shotgun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Slam, slam, slam.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, let's get in that hole. 57's Mike, Mike 57.
2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
57, all day, all day. 57.
From the gun, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they give this time to the tailback. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
What we got? What we got?
Back to throw. It's complete to Fuller. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Right there, 56. I'm coming! Right 56.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Gilchrist is here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
That's it. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
He'll look to throw. Steps away. He'll try and run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.